Welcome to the Man Cave Show. Welcome to the Man Cave Show. Welcome to the Man Cave Show.
MCS, The Man Cave Show, with your host, Damian Christopher.
Hey guys, I'm Damian Christopher. I want to say welcome back to MCS, The Man Cave Show 2020. We are 2020, all right? Okay, right, 2020. It's been a minute since I've been here. As you see, new logos, new look, new flavor, new energy. I definitely want to welcome and thank everybody who's been supportive when we took the break and ended in 2018. I want to give a shout out to Corey, Hunter, and Willie Haynes for starting this madness, and I'm continuing to go on. The guys have moved on to do something else. So this is straight up under Burger City Productions, my production company, and with the new production team, we have SR Unit, Jack and Chester, who are the new camera guys and video production company. They are absolutely awesome. So definitely check out their stuff under Chester Law, right?
Yep.
You can go Chester Law, L-E-W, on YouTube. And definitely want you guys to definitely come back. Join me, MCS Man Cave Show. Subscribe, hit that click button and the bell so you get the notifications when we're loading up all different content. And I want to introduce my special guest host this week and during our premiere. Thank you for coming, Miss Michelle Pascal.
Hi.
I gotta get applause somewhere. I'm going to get like one of those applause machines and do that. Michelle is owner of Map Unlimited PR, right? Mm-hmm. She and I have known each other for a long time. I just said a long time.
Because I still look like I'm 15, so yeah.
I did not believe you were 15.
No, you did not.
Okay, but yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We've known each other for a long time.
Yes,
yeah,
very
but
long
we
time.
have a great friendship and excellent business relationship. Michelle also has her own podcast.
Yes, so
should I say the name or am I going to mess it up?
You're probably going to mess it up.
I'll get it right this time.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Try it.
PR Girl Rant.
Yeah! Yes!
It's really a great show. I've heard about it. I've heard it and I've listened and tuned in. I told you I commented a few times on some of this stuff. Talk about something. What got you started for that one?
Well, thank you for having me here to kind of kick off my show as well. I'm in season 2 as well.
Woo!
So with your push, I'm here to, get launched and started and then help myself get myself to where I need to be. And hopefully at the end of the month, I will launch my show. So I'm using some of this content to kind of launch my show, I don't know, let's say March 1st. Let's give it that. It's out here now, so it's going to be March, top of the year. But thank you so much. So I'm a PR girl, I am a PR professional, and that's what I do. So I'll be talking about all things PR. I'll try to give some PR slants to whatever DC is talking about here on the Man Cave Show. And thank you so much for having me.
Oh, anytime. You've been on, this is your third time. First time you were off camera.
Yes.
Second time you were on camera.
Yes.
And now your third time you're back on camera again. Miss,
I'm
shy.
I am, so I'm shaking, but thank you guys for tuning in, and we are live, right?
Yes, we are. We're streaming live. We're live on Instagram and on Facebook. And I appreciate all you guys and women that are tuning in, my cave mates, tuning in and supporting. Even when we had the lull time, people were hitting me up asking, when are you going to come back? What are you going to do? I was like,
but that's what these shows do. It's a podcast. Podcasts come and go. You do a couple of episodes. You take a hiatus. It's a hiatus.
Yeah.
Really
and actually, to be real about it, and I'm never hitting it, that I wasn't going to come back.
Oh, okay.
After that, and then a lot of people were like, gotta bring it back. You did great content. For those who don't know, and I think I shared it with you, that I had the offer as going solo with Bravo, and I turned that down. And of course, the consortium and the masses.
He didn't consult me on that, so I don't know the reason why he turned that down.
I'm gonna tell you why I turned it down. Okay, so when I got the offer for Bravo, the first phone call was with 2 executives, and it was like, all right, cool, you have full control, blah blah blah. I was like, all right, fine. Second week, another conference call, there were more people on the phone. So they were like, well, are you open for ideas? I'm like, yeah, sure. But the ideas was not conducive to the demographic I was going for. Okay. And if people don't understand the demographic of the platform, there's a lot of platforms that showcase a lot for everybody. I'm going to put it out there. I'm a black man who lives in this world, and we have a huge black community that are just not from, we're vast community. And because of working in the entertainment industry, we run to a lot of people, and a lot of people I come in contact with always ask, how do I? Or where do I? And in this day and era, people have the tools in front of their faces, but and you know how we are in this community of working, especially in the entertainment industry, we network, and some people out there don't know how to properly approach people. They're too intimidated by, oh, that's so-and-so, they don't want to be approached. You can't think for somebody. So what I do is, on this platform, it was more or less letting people know how to break in the industry and talk about topics that people are afraid to talk about. Like season 2, I had I had a conversation regarding Rainbow is the New Black, talking about gays in the black community. And I had a great panel, and it went for like over an hour. So we had to do it in 2 parts. But the feedback was like, what the hell is DC going to talk about?
Right.
And we had a long conversation. Even the viewers, the virtual viewers, tuned in on that one. But I want to thank everybody that did.
You just felt you would have more autonomy doing it on your own,
Yeah.
and not having any barriers to just
Right. And I am open for input, but when the input starts to derail from the avenue I'm trying to do it, then that's why.
Okay.
So, and I think you would have agreed if I brought that to your attention.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool. I want to say thank you for all of those who've been supportive. I appreciate that. I do want to say this. Seasons 1 and 2, I did promise merchandise when I had the other co-host on. And it never happened because a lot of things went wrong. But I am going to stick to it. I have an order in of shirts. So what I need for you guys to do is to DM me or email me. Email is uniquemancaveshow@gmail.com, or just DM me with your email. If you're out of state, DM me your address and name so I can send you the shirts when they do come in. The new merch is in, so just let me know. Of course, Michelle was going to wear one, but it was too big.
Yeah, it was way too
I think
big,
it's your size.
and I cannot.
We'll get it for you. You will definitely have it.
Cuteness in a big T-shirt.
Yeah. So when you guys get the merchandise, I want you to take a picture of it, tag me in it, or tag the MCS Man Cave Show, and let me know that you're actually wearing it.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So as long as we've known each other, I want to segue into what you do, because your podcast is very informative, and I like the conversation because it's people in your world. So what does a PR do?
PR professional?
Professional, yeah, a professional PR.
Yeah, because my pet peeve, and that's one of the reasons I started PR Girl Rank, is PR people, or PR folks out there that want PR, or people that don't know what PR is, the language that's used is like, I need a PR. I do not like that. I need, they don't understand what public relations is and what it does, what a person like me does. So I call myself a PR professional, and I help promote things. So just as I have here, 40-ounce water. There's a gentleman by the name of St. Louis Alexander, and this is his new brand. So it's called 40 ounce. If anybody remembers back in the
days,
sitting in the park.
Well, I never sat in the park.
Well,
I did. I really did.
You did. I know you did.
Grants too.
Drinking your 40 ounce, he's turned that into something called 40 ounce water, get your ounce. So we always talk, you see people walking around with their bottles of water, and it's like, get your ounces in, get your 40 ounce. So this is a 1.5 liter. So if you drink one of these, you're getting your water intake. So in terms of public relations, that's what I do. I promote people, I promote shows, I promote individuals to get their message across. And on my show, what I do is I rant, because that's what PR girls do, or PR professionals. Sometimes we rant a lot, we talk a whole lot, we talk fast, as you see that I'm doing now. But we just want to make sure that your message comes across properly. Any visuals that are needed, just make sure it's all about messaging. Sometimes it can be positive. Sometimes I'm always swinging, and if there's a negative message out there, I'm trying to swing that around. But on the show, I try to talk to people in the marketing field. I try to talk to other PR professionals. Also about transitioning.
Right.
How do you go from PR to another, industry? What does that mean to you? Because PR can be. People think it's simple. People think it's like, oh, she's just a party girl. She's at parties, checking in, doing guest lists and things of that nature. It's really vast and it's bigger than that. And I just wanted to have a show where I can rant. I can talk about the shit that I want to talk about. I want others to come on there. And if there's a client that's busting your balls and you're tired of it, you can rant about it. You can keep that anonymous.
Right.
Not like back in the days. Remember Wendy Williams had her blind items on her show?
Yeah.
So I want to continue where you can come on and just bust balls, talk about what you do, promote what you do as well.
Right.
Because I talk to a lot of individuals and entrepreneurs. I'm a solopreneur, entrepreneur. I've been an independent for about 18 years plus, but it's something that I love to do. So I try to talk to other professionals in my industry to hear what they're going through, because all of us are going through the same thing.
Right.
So PR Girl Rant is all about ranting and getting your message across and listening to others and learning.
Well, I gotta say, it's so weird to talk to you, because I've gone to some of your parties and events that you've actually hosted, or is that the way I say host? Are you hosting it as you produce? Okay, producing.
Plan.
Of course,
Oh, Lord.
I can joke. We talk about this off camera a lot, but of course, one of the best ones that I enjoyed that you snapped at me about, and yes, she does snap at me, is Vivica Fox's birthday party in Miami at Privé Opium Garden, which was fire. But I do enjoy that. And then one thing I do enjoy is the fact that when I do attend the productions that you do produce, I always respect the boundaries because I know you on a personal level. I always know I have to deal with you on a professional level, so I know you're not in the hey DC, what's up? You're just like, okay, you're checking in.
I'm at work.
Yeah.
I'm strict. And what he's talking about me snapping at him was, like I said, it wasn't.
It's not a negative thing.
It wasn't a negative thing because he
just
understood because he and the way we met, we understood the terms of our working relationship.
Right.
So he came to one of my events, and it definitely was. I was repping a magazine called Jolie at the time, and Vivica Fox was the host. And I always tell DC, when you come to one of my events, it's you plus one, not you plus 5 or 10 or 20. I don't want to manage lines. I don't want to have to. I don't want to tell him no. So if it's you and one other person, then it's okay. And maybe 2. I'll allow you plus 2, but not you plus 5. So that day, I think. Yeah. I don't know what you did, but I was just like, I couldn't handle it. There was. I mean,
I rolled with
Arnold's
16
outside.
people.
Like,
I rolled with 16
these were
people.
like celebrities at that time. These were like the top celebrities. I'm like, I don't have time to deal with you, DC. And that's basically what the look that I gave him. I don't have time to deal with you. You figure it out. I invited you. Now you got to figure it out because I have to go work. And he did get in. Everything was fine. He had the time of his life.
I really did.
But at the same time, I do this all the time. Every time I work an event, and it's a celebrity event or something that's top of the line, I try to. I'm not that girl to be. I don't like telling people no. But if I give you strict rules about I want to invite my friends. I want you to enjoy. I reap the benefits of what I'm doing, so I know that you would enjoy it. So it was hot. It was a good old time.
That was great. I enjoyed it. It's one of my memorable moments.
So my snaps are really,
Listen, I don't take it personally because I know you. That's why. So it's like, and then you told me the most unemotional. But transitioning into being emotional, you and I got a chance to hang out last night, and I want to clarify.
It was like Valentine's Day.
Yeah, right. Okay. Anywho, it was a Friday.
Friday.
It happened to be on Valentine's Day. And the movie, I was really not making me sound good. The movie we happened to see was The Photograph.
Yeah.
I know, right? It was.
And I was surprised.
Okay, she's surprised.
I was like, you don't want to see this movie. So he called me like 2 days prior, and I'm like, you want to see what? You want to see a love story? What? Okay. He's like, no, I do. So we went, and
when I tell you, she leans into me, she's like, are you enjoying this more than I am? I'm like, yeah, because, okay. So I like love. Here's my thing. I might come across.
You're going to say it? Okay, go ahead.
I'll admit it. I'll come out and say it. I do love stories. All right? That's one of my things I watch by myself. I don't go to movies with people. And I even out of all the love stories, I've never seen The Notebook like you and I spoke about last night. But I like, okay, first of all, Affair to September. Affair to Remember.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Lake House, Lady Hawk. There are certain movies that have this.
Love Jones.
Love Jones, definitely Love Jones. Yeah. Right. So this movie gave me that Love Jones feeling, but I kind of like the whole thing where it's not mushy love stories. Yeah. I like the quid pro quo, the tug of war kind of love story.
And
that's what the tug of. It wasn't mushy. I like the tug of war because she was holding her emotions, he was holding hers. There were 2 hurt people trying to deal with each other.
Right.
That's my kind of love story.
Okay.
See,
it was more mental. It was more an attraction. It was, it happened so quick, right?
Well,
We're talking about how quick everything happened. And I just said, in this day and age, you see somebody, you gotta go. Like, come here. I want you done.
But it was done. One thing I loved about this movie is that people met organically. None of the tablets or the new apps and all this stuff.
Sexy as hell.
You kept saying that the entire movie. Like seriously, the entire movie. But no, I enjoyed it. Something I could relate to.
Yeah.
And certain things move fast, but I will say this. This will go, like I said before, people don't buy DVDs, we all stream nowadays. This is something I will purchase and put in my collection right next to Love Jones.
Awesome.
Because I really enjoyed the movie.
It definitely gave me that, it was that black love feel. It was organic, like you said. And just that, the way the conversations between, it was like 2 friends meeting each other at the same time, but there was that sexual chemistry, but you didn't know where it was going, but then it went somewhere. Just like, oh, so I posted on my Instagram, I want that kind of love. I'm looking for that kind of love because it's just it's a feel good.
Right.
And Black love is just beautiful. So.
It really was.
And I happen to know the actual writer and director, so I definitely wanted to go support Stella McGee. Awesome. She's done amazing stuff. She did the Joneses. Okay. She also did something called The Weekend. Amazing gal. I've known her for a while, right. And I'm so proud of her for doing this.
Send me those movies. I'll definitely want to check those out.
And you're a movie buff, so
yeah, I'm truly a movie buff. Mm-hmm. Before I go into our year in review that we had a time off, I just want to do one thing where going into movies. There's an app that I have on my apparatus, and it's called.
How do you say apparatus?
NVIDIA Shield, because I'm not sponsoring, so I'm not promoting it. So I wish I just did, right? I just contradicted myself. The device. Anyway, so there's an app that's called Tubi, and it's a cinematic app, and it gives you categories: horror, black cinema, gangster. So I clicked on the black cinema.
How you spell Tubi?
TUBI.
Okay.
And I'll link you with that. And so I went to the black cinema, and I'm gonna have a conversation on the show one day regarding black cinema, which is one of the topics we're gonna have on the show. But what got me was, and I made a complaint in regards to a lot of black cinema, especially from late '90s even into to now. Mm-hmm. Why does majority of the cinema, when people are getting into cinematography or filming in our community, it's about the hood stuff, the gangster stuff, the stealing. I got out of jail. I got into jail. I can't stand this, man. All men are dogs. All the women got to get. I just come on. We have other stories. Last Night, that was a great movie. Yeah. The Photograph was a great movie. There are great movies that I love that are great black cinema. Mm-hmm. We need to go back. You got a chance to watch Kevin Hart's documentary, right, on Netflix. Yes. The movie he mentioned, Uptown Saturday Night, is a huge classic, that my father and I used to watch growing up. Yeah. Pops is dead, but great comedy team, Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier. Yep. Kevin Hart is doing his best to recreate that with Idris Elba, and it be able to get greenlit. I hope so. It's something I'm definitely going to go see. But we really have a great cinematic universe in our own community. Some people what you're talking about, I think people take the easy way out. It's easier to put that content out, or you may have had that content and just want to put it out, and it's just still the same old story. Yeah, so you get bored with it. Exactly. Instead of creating something new, but I think people just take the easy way out instead of taking the time to say, where are we now? What are we doing now? Just like the Photograph, it was, in her mind, in Stella McGee's mind, to show this portrayal of probably what she wanted in love or whatever that was, But I think that people or directors, editors, people that are writing these things, they just get stuck. And it's like, fast. Let's just put this out now. It's content, let's just put it out. But we keep seeing, like you said, the same stories, the same hood, the same, baby mama drama kind of thing. And it does get boring. And that's why I think that some people those directors don't get to where they need to be because they're not doing new content. Anything different. They're not doing anything different. So it's going to go straight to video, most likely. It's going to be, now that we have so many streaming platforms, it's easy to do that. Right. So I think it's just an easy way out, just to get content out there, which is sad, but just to get content out there. And people think that's my story. No one has ever heard this story. Yeah, but we heard, we heard it quite. It might be from Chicago, Florida, whatever, but
it's the same. If you're not doing anything new, then you're not going to get watched. You're not going to get views. And you think, well, and it might have been a good story, but maybe it wasn't shot well. Those are elements too.
Well, here's the thing. I know we have to go into a year in review, right? I know when we get to movies, it's my thing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not African, but I binge on crazy Nigerian movies. I love them. Especially now that Netflix is really sponsoring a lot of them. Lionheart. Oh my God, one of the best Nigerian movies on Netflix. I'm just as soon as I saw it, I was like, dropped. I was like, oh, people gotta watch this one. There's another one about a matriarch passes away and they're fighting over the money. I'm just like, but it's comical, it's relatable, and the fact that it's not about hood stuff. Not saying first of all races have hood in it. It's just that when people polarize something, it's like crime stories. Every crime story is not the same, okay? But they take a different twist each time. Like, for those of us who love crime movies, which I do, I love the Godfather series. But when I watch another gangster movie, it has nothing to do with the Godfather. It's set a blueprint. but it's not a repetitive story. It's from a different outlook. Either someone trying to get in, someone trying to get out, or an old person who's dying and passing on the mantle too.
And I think that's why those African diaspora movies are so popular, because now you're getting to see, how do my brothers and sisters on the continent, how are they, what kind of things are they talking about? So that's why it became such a popular, and they have comical energy into it. The love stories are different, and the values are different too. When you see their love stories, it's totally different than what we would, we see here on this side. So I think it became popular because it was like, wow, they're feeling the same things we're feeling, but it's just told in a different way. And I don't know, it's just, you just get drawn in. You get sucked in, you go down your business, you want to see another one. So it became very popular.
Gotcha. Yeah. We definitely want to have a show regarding, African films, because I definitely want to do it. So, as I'm being told, we need to jump right into your review. Here's the review, because, the last time we did a show was 2018, when we stopped at the Fashion Week in 2018. I fractured my ankle.
We didn't do Fashion Week this year. Anyway.
No, I know, that's right. I don't know. Holly, how many shows did you do this season?
This season 2. 2
shows? Wow. And we're usually out.
I was focused on other things.
Yeah, we're usually, I don't know, it's
last season.
We had this conversation before, like when we went to Fashion Week back in the days when Bryant Park, the energy was so different.
Yeah.
I really wish people could have experienced what that was back in the days, because it was, even though it was congealed in one area, the energy was different. The switching of shows was different. And
it's funny because in those days when we would go to a Bryant Park, because I used to represent Bill Gunn, a couple of different people, so when I would get them, Stacey J, when I used to get them into shows and go to the shows, if I got a no from like a Bagley Mishka or something, I was like, okay, you can tell me no. But nowadays when I get a no's from certain shows, I'm like, I can't attend this show. And then when I look at the pictures of the front row, I'm like, they got it and I didn't. My client did. I'm like, come on now, because shows are, like you said, everywhere. There's so many, other random shows that are happening, but.
I know we're deviating, but I just want to bring this in, and that's going to be another show that I'm going to be talking about, because Holly, that's the show you're going to be on. My friend Hollywood is in the audience. Like Michelle was back, she's off camera. With that transition, back then it was putting celebrities in the front.
Right.
Now it's, if you dress weird, that's who's getting in the front seat.
Influencers.
I don't know what that is.
No, it's influencers.
I'm still having a problem with it.
That's
This
what
new
they're
title.
called. It's influencers, and I deal with them on a regular basis in the beauty industry, because I do a lot of beauty and lifestyle PR. So it's about the influencers, because if that person tags, they may have dressed weird, but if they're wearing this cup on their head, it's like, okay, that's going to be on TMZ. Why did that person, who is that person? We want to know. So that's why that looks like that now, because,
This new career of influence, these new titles, I'm not getting it.
You can be an influencer, we can do it.
What am I influencing?
A lot, movies.
Okay, well.
The cinema, black cinema.
Okay, we'll work on that one.
Okay, we'll work on it.
You heard it, right? Okay, so, alright, so year in review.
Yes.
So 2018, a lot happened, 2018, my ankle was fractured, so I ended up being here. So I don't know what was happening in the world.
You were homebound.
I was really
Cabin
homebound.
fever.
Yeah, you didn't come visit. So anyway,
Sorry.
no, you're not.
I sent love. I text. I said, hey, how you doing? You were like, I'm fine. Okay.
I was not fine. Holly, even Holly's checked in. Okay.
Thanks, Holly.
So okay, year in review. We're going to run down this list that I had compiled real quick, and we're going to spend a couple of times, just a few seconds on each one. Recently, we all know that Kobe Bryant passed away, and I'm not gonna lie, it was an early Sunday morning for me, and I got the feed, but the tag was TMZ released it, and then what I did was I didn't believe it, so I go on my device and I went through all the different channels. CNN. I go to reputable ones first, right? And then when it wasn't on CNN, it wasn't on CNBC, it wasn't on CBS. Then all I saw is Fox was covering it. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna wait again. Then I got a text from one of my boys. They were like, you heard? I was like, yeah, I heard, but it's not reputable yet. Then all of a sudden, once it hit CNN, then I was like, holy shit. Now here's my thing. We know of celebrities. I don't know them personally, and everyone's gonna have to pass. When you hear somebody that's passing tragically, of course you have a moment. I had a moment like, oh, sorry to hear that, and I move on. But it was like one of those things that you don't expect. Like, we grew up in the 80s and 90s, so we know that we ever thought Michael Jackson or Prince would ever die. Never. Ever. At all. You're like, they're still around.
In Vegas, I was like,
what's going
on?
And I'm just like, so when people like Kobe Bryant passed away, it's so surreal.
Definitely.
And then the backlash that's come from it regarding the interview, Gayle King and Lisa Leslie, and then now the third version of it goes into the response from, and then the one that's over polarized is Snoop Dogg's comment. What do you take on that?
So, I mean,
as a publicist.
As a publicist, yeah. So when it first happened, of course, TMZ was the first one to, as they do, because that's what they do. And I actually do love TMZ. I can say that proudly. I do like TMZ. And they got backlash for doing that because it wasn't confirmed yet. I don't think even the family knew. So it was really, really hard hitting that they had did that first. And just like you were like, no, come on. I was at a spin class. I'm like, nah, that can't be Kobe. What, Kobe beef? What are you talking about? I don't want to hear it. So let's, But when it did get confirmed, it was like, wow. In my mind, I'm like, I remember Kobe, young Kobe, taking Brandy to the prom. Things of that nature. It's like, how can he? Then when we heard your daughter, the daughter was with him. That was another blow. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm just there at that moment, right? So I'm like, okay, how can this happen? Like what happened, the plane crash? It's just like a surreal moment because he's so young, 41. And even with the blemish that they're calling it, I did not even think of that.
At all. And
I had no, like that was 20-something years ago.
Yeah, so you forget,
I didn't even think about that. So now you come with Gayle King. I saw the interview that day when it happened on the Tuesday. And when I watched it, I was like, Gayle, why'd you do that? That was my first. I'm like, come on now. But as a publicist, I'm like, first of all, Lisa Leslie knew that question was coming because there's no way a client of mine is going to go into an interview and not have a list of questions. Just like I'm sitting here with this paper, I have to vet the questions. Okay, Leslie, you want to talk about this? If she says yes, she can move forward. Fine. So I watched the interview and I was like, okay. I was definitely not feeling like, I was like, okay, Gayle, you didn't have to ask that question. Maybe she could have posed it in a different way. But then Lisa Leslie did her thing. She's just like, that man, I don't know who you speak of. That's not the man I know. Whether it happened or not, I'm paraphrasing here. She was like, that's not the man I knew. Then, literally, that was Tuesday that happened. 3 days or 2 days later, I saw it, you posted. I was like, what did Snoop Dogg say with his head wrap? I'm like, what is he talking about? And he's grilling. So I go and I look on your thing. I'm just like, and the words that he said, I was like, that hit me. No matter, I forget what Gayle said at the moment. I just looked at him. I was like, how dare you say those words? You black this, but it was just disgusting. I was like, and I didn't want to watch it, but I'm like, just you go down the rabbit hole, you watch. I'm just like, wow, how dare you? How could you go there with that? And even now, his apology, I was just like,
I didn't hear the apologies though.
So it was the first one was apology, non-apology. But then when now Gayle goes on and she says, oh, she blames it on CBS. Gayle, I would have more liked Gayle to say, I said what I said. You can't say that CBS, for the most part, when things go to air, client, publicist, we don't know what's really going to air sometimes. We can say, I want this, and this. But once they chop it up, it's out there. But what Gayle said wasn't edited. So if she had just said, I said what I said, Lisa Leslie knew about it, and, it was a segment of the interview, but not to sort of, the way it came off, like she blamed CBS, and I didn't like that. You can't blame for something that came out your mind, it wasn't edited. Then the backlash, and then she's like, she didn't go to work the next day, because I definitely watched. I was like, she was like, I'm not coming to work. Oprah crying, all that good stuff. And then now the apology. So the next day he comes on, he says something like, I forgot exactly what he said, but he didn't apologize. He apologized maybe, I think it was like Thursday or Friday. So it wasn't like immediately. And his mama had to talk to him, quote unquote. His mama probably said, look, what the hell. You know what I mean? So he did apologize. And it was messy. I didn't like what he said. And it's just, I would have never, as a publicist, I would have never let her do what she was talking about. I would have never let, he's a free will. He could do whatever he said. But she said what she said. Lisa Leslie definitely had to have known that question was coming because there's no way a publicist would allow that.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
All right. So, and that's a conversation. Like we have bullet points.
I know.
Tyrese is like, wrap it up, keep it going on.
Thanks,
I could run through Trump and the female trafficking, right? I could do it. Okay, gotcha.
You can talk about him.
All right. So it's gonna be really quick. That's gonna be really short because we ended. So again, 2019, Trump's impeachment. I don't know what's going. I'm not gonna. Guys, have you been following it at all? Yeah, none of us. Okay.
No,
moving on.
He interrupts my.
Dude, my thing is this. I don't understand. Wow. Here's my thing. I'm not into politics, and for those who are, anybody chiming in on any of what we're talking about, Q?
Yeah. So far we have Neptune.
That's Neptune Rocks, right?
Yes.
Neptune Rocks. That's my girl Crystal over at BBF Prints. They're the guys, the company that's done the shirt and new logos. Thank you guys. Appreciate it so much.
We also have Sir Michael Photography.
Yo, Mike, what's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. Yes, we chatted about it last night.
We are Creativity Youth. We have Creative Youth.
Okay, thanks you guys for tuning in.
Tyrese has joined in. Tamaj just joined.
Oh, Tamaj from Jersey. Hey, Tamaj, what's going on, man? Anybody on Instagram?
That was all Instagram.
That was all Instagram. Okay. Anybody on Facebook tuning in?
Nobody. Well, my Facebook, we have Tony Mason, my cousin.
Hey, Tony Mason.
Diamond, my brother Jason, and my aunt Cheryl.
Oh, Sean Cheryl. Hey.
I like when aunties too.
That's right.
And my other homeboy, Teron.
All right, Teron. Okay, so all right, Trump comes in. I don't know what I understand with the impeachment thing going on. Is he out? Nonetheless, he's
So
still.
he's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere. He can lie all he wants to,
Okay.
and nothing's going to change right now. They'll change. They'll always change it to switch to what they need be. It's like, I'm just going to make my story to what I need it to be fit, so that I can go where I need to go. So right now, I don't want to spend any time.
A couple of things that was going on also, which I found to be impacting, and the stories didn't hit me until after I watched this movie called Trafficking or Traffic with Omar Epps and Paula Patton. And then all of a sudden the stories are more publicized. Apparently, doing my research, this has been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
But now with black girls in the community, it's been like that for a long time.
That's been the issue, is that it's been going on for a long time, but then when it happens to young black women, we don't hear about it.
Well, here's the thing. I remember when I used to have cable, which I don't anymore. New York One always put it up, and I'm just like, where are these black girls going?
Right.
But now it's being more like, okay, they're just not leaving or
because
disappearing.
people are knocking on doors, people are making noise about it.
Yeah.
That's been the controversy. I remember growing up as a young kid, there was always on the milk boxes, like little girls or people being missing. I think they should bring that back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As soon as
Do we drink milk anymore?
Well, put it on whatever, on buses, put it on whatever.
Yeah, gluten-free anything.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever it goes, because I think it needs to be shed a light on. But I think that's been the thing, is that, when it happens to, anything happens to, us as a community, it doesn't get shined a light. Anybody of, underdeveloped communities or whatever, things don't get shed a light on. But it's becoming very prevalent. People are like, I don't understand how it's happening all over the world, but I know that it's a sensitive subject for me, because I know that there are young girls out there hurting, and I know that there are young girls out there who are online, who are getting trapped by, men or people. They're not even it's not one single person. There's no way that one person could do this. It's a
bunch of people,
Yeah, it's a gang of people doing this, and they're coercing these women to like meet them in places, and I don't know what that stems from. I mean, but it really... Yeah, I'm just feeling hot about it
I got
right
you.
now.
You know what gets you hot? Okay.
No, it's just, I don't understand.
Want some of the 40 water?
I don't understand I don't understand how it can be and how we can't stop it, because it's a money-making thing.
Gotcha.
People are making money off of it. As long as there, people talk about, we're making money off of parts, people's body parts. They're sex trafficking, they're enslaving these women in a sense, and it's happening all over. It's not just happening to black women, but I think now, because we're hearing about it more, hopefully it is, but I do wish that we can start taking these photos and put them out there somewhere. Maybe New York, I don't know, but there has to be a way. Okay.
And I just want to I know Tyrese is wrapping up, so let's go to the next segment, which was going to be we're going to bring a lighter moment. But I want to ask Chester and Jack. I got to put it out there. I'm going to out you guys. Chester is Asian. What descent, Chester? Chinese. And Jack, just Caucasian.
I'm white.
Just white. Does that happen in you guys' community as well? Do you guys get polarized as well with what's going on with with the female trafficking?
I haven't heard too much about it.
But that's the thing. It's going to be that. It's going to be like, we haven't heard of the...
But then when it starts, it's not polarized as yet.
But I'm sure it's happening.
Yeah.
Until somebody big happens to it. But it's always happening to white girls, right, that we know of, right?
Yeah,
that's normal. But are they looking for them? Of course they are.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Is that, okay, they're looking for...
I want to make a bad joke, but I'm not going to. I was going to say, think about all the white girls that are kidnapped. There's always Haley.
No, but I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah,
but they're looking for, Samantha. They're looking for Becky. They're looking for those girls, blonde hair, blue eyes.
It's actually happening in every community.
It's happening. Yeah. I'm sure it's happening everywhere.
Which is not polarized.
But who's making the noise? Is it that the family? I'm just going to put this out there. I don't know. Is it that Trisha always goes away. She gonna come back. I'm just talking to that vernacular. Like, she'll make it. But then when she's missing for 2 days, 3 days, does anybody care?
Right.
In the Caucasian community, when she's missing for 1 day, it's like somebody's out there on her. But in the community, are we looking for,
Yeah, we're gonna have another conversation in regards to that.
And I'm sure we are. I'm sure families are. I'm not saying they're not. They have to be.
I do have a show where it's going to be The Takeover. Hopefully you'll be able to do it. The Takeover is basically an all-female panel. I will be behind the camera with the guys, and you women will be running it. But the conversation I would like to have that before Tyree snaps at me is I want to have you guys talk about that again, and also the young lady that faked her kidnapping, and then how apparently the new generation doesn't understand when they say she was Tawana, Tawana Brawley from back in the 80s. So that's a whole different story. So we're going to talk about that down the road.
I was thinking about that too, yeah. It was.
But on the highlight, you and I have a different opinion about this person, but as a positivist, we want to give a huge shout out from MCS The Man Cave Show that Tyler Perry has made history in the black community by being the only black studio owner, movie and TV lot in the world.
Right.
Tyler Perry Studio is based in Atlanta, Georgia, and that was a huge big thing.
Very.
I guess if I was in Atlanta, I would have worked my way getting a ticket or
exactly.
stuck my
But
way in
that's
production.
short.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's not about, for me, it's not about Tyler Perry, the man.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the accomplishments.
Right,
Because look at us, we're sitting right here doing this Man Cave Show, right? I have a little podcast. I'm going to call it Little Podcast because I'm doing it out of my house, and the same way with you.
Right.
But I want to shine for you, so I'm supporting you. So I want to support every person. His story, he lived in his car, all that good stuff, and look where he is now. It is on a land that was considered slave land. How could you, where are you getting this money from?
Right.
So I want to shine that. I don't want to see you have to support every movie he made. I'm not a Medea fan, but I am the
You're supportive of a person that comes up and
yes, you come from the bottom
to
to the top. And I don't like that he writes everything. I wish he would branch off.
Right.
That's his thing. He writes every single thing, so everything is the same. But from the bottom to the top, starting from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah.
That deserves a lot.
I give the accolades. I do the content.
Certain
it's not for everybody.
It's
That's
not
true.
for everybody. So
yeah.
let's just give him his just dues. And I'm gonna, when I go to Atlanta, I will visit because I've never been on a studio.
I'm gonna try. When I go to Atlanta in March,
like he said, MGM have a studio. This is the first. Come on now, the first.
Right. And it's not. There's no partnerships in it.
No,
that's what they got you. The other topics I'm gonna run real quick. The young teenager that was guns was pulled for jumping the turnstile. That's completely a New York travesty. I have a problem with the mayor not jumping in, or the governors jumping, or any assemblymen or our politicians jumping in on that. Okay. So that's another big thing that happened in 2019. Kanye West and slave comment. I made a joke about it. So that
What'd
was.
You say?
I made. Okay, so a friend of mine who's an African actor. I was going to hold his name back, but I'm not going to. Sidney Afriye, the worst actor in the world. He did a post. I said no. That's his real name.
No, you said the worst actor in the world.
Oh yeah, no, that's a thing.
But he's your friend.
Yes.
Okay.
But he knows he's the worst actor in the world.
Okay. Well, maybe he'll make a thing out of that, and that'll be a good thing.
No, I actually have a script written for him.
Oh.
He's an African actor who auditions for an African character and gets beaten out by an American actor that plays an African actor. But anyway, Kanye's slave comment. I made a joke about that. Kudos to one of my favorite shows that was on. Was it USA? No, not USA. TBS, TVN. The Watchmen.
Yeah.
One of my.
Watch it.
You never seen the movie, did you?
No.
So that was you guys have seen the movie, right? The Watchmen. Seen the series?
No.
Didn't watch the series. Wow.
I watched one episode.
What?
But it got canceled, right?
No, it's renewed for next season. What? Don't throw that in the atmosphere. Great movie.
Wait, but no, you sure?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's renewed.
Who's in it?
Regina King.
Exactly. I thought it wasn't coming back.
It's coming back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, HBO. That's what it was. That's right. Because Holly went to the party. Yes. I was supposed to go, but I was trying to work. And then one of the biggest stories in Hollywood. Jesse Smollett. Yeah, I'm sorry to laugh about it, but here's my thing.
Take that.
Here's my thing with that one. The problem of that story was and I understand watching all these movies now about what goes on with the news and all of that. Why did the news keep saying not two brothers, but two Nigerian brothers, by giving a race title?
So I think the reason they did that is because Nigerian men have, it's all those emails you get, like, I need money, send money quick. And then there's a lot of women out there who are getting taken by Nigerian men. They're saying, they're sitting just like us probably and saying, hi, my love, I need this and I need that. And women are sending them money. So it's like, news-wise, it's like, let's put that cap on it. So journalists are going to do that because that's like, oh, let me tune in. When they kept saying that, it was like, it could have been just two brothers.
Yeah.
No, but it had to be. That made it more salacious, though.
Yeah, I guess.
But the fact that he did this, I'm not saying yes or no, but well, he's going back to court, right? So obviously,
yeah, the charges were dropped. The previous charges were dropped, and I guess the prosecutor is being penalized for that, and so the state or the city of Chicago.
I don't even know what the gain was because back to me being, a publicist, I'd have been like, Juicy, be done. Thank you very much. Because what is that? Like, would I have sat there and let him do this? Like, what is
even with the interview with Robin Roberts and all that stuff going on to
tear? Did y'all see that tear?
No, there was no tear. Was there a tear?
It was trying to come out, but it didn't make it to the cheek. It was like, but didn't make it. That was stupid.
Yeah.
It was the dumbest thing, and I don't know why. He doesn't even have a reason why. I don't know what the reason was. But he's still holding on to that. That's what happened. Right?
Okay, I guess. I don't know. I'm not following the story.
Well, back to
it pops up in
Watchmen.
the feed.
I need to figure this out. Is it coming back? Oh, never mind. Maybe. Okay. I'm like, I want to make sure because I like to.
It was renewed.
I like her. That's my girl.
It was renewed.
Before the end
of the season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, so what do you have going on in your world of PR and publicists?
Public relations. What do I have going on? Again, just trying to get the show back on air.
Okay.
PR Girl Rant, and also working. I do a lot of beauty and lifestyle PR. So right now I have Revlon Cream of Nature as a huge client, and we're doing a couple of launches for them, new product that they have coming out. I do a lot of events as well.
Right.
So I have the National Urban League that I'm doing. I also do something that's movie related. I do the PR for the Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival. It happens on Martha's Vineyard, and we're actually just starting to kick up into high gear to start planning.
We'll talk to you off camera.
Yeah, it's trains, planes, and automobiles to get to Martha's Vineyard.
Never been. I'd like to.
But tons of movies are showcased out there, like Independence, and then we do have like the HBOs that get involved or whatever. So I do the PR for that, but it's been running for 18 years now, or 19 years. And yeah, it's a big to do. Martha's Vineyard is like the all black. At that time, it's like the black
cons or something like that.
It's basically that for these guys, and it's a husband and wife team. Stephanie and Rand and her husband Floyd, and they've been doing this for 18 years, and it's amazing. So yeah, definitely check it out. Film shorts are being there, like from the smallest film to the largest film. Spike Lee is there every year showcasing whatever he wants to showcase. HBO, like I said, HBO comes out and shows all their movies. I got to see what's the epics Harlem.
Godfather of
Harlem.
Great series.
That last year I got to see I forgot. But any movie that's sometimes the movies already have been shown.
Right.
But sometimes we get to see like little snippets. So yeah, but I have a couple of great things coming out. So I'll keep you posted on
Please
those.
do. I definitely want to get involved in that one. I want to do something completely different as we're about to wrap up. I'll ask permission first. Guys, would you mind coming on camera for a second? Sure. I want to introduce the new team, Chester and Jack of SR Unit Productions. Come on, guys, real quick.
There's the wide.
This is their work is absolutely impeccable. I had to put an ad out to meet a new team, and Chester responded, and we conversed and chopped it up, and I got a chance to go out and meet at a diner, and out of a slew of production people, they were the ones that decided to be like, I explained what was going on and where we're at and revamping, and they were like, we want to be involved. So
awesome.
As we evolve on that, just letting you guys know, Saint Luna, Lambda Vodka, Ocean Hill, and Van Brunt are our potential sponsors we're working with. She'll be coming on board. Cannot wait to start having their cocktails on.
And I'd like to thank my first sponsors, 40 Ounce Water, St. Louis, Alexander. Thank you so much for gracing me with. He has alkaline and natural spring water, so this will be my first official sponsor. Thanks to you for telling me how to do this, because I'm like, I don't need no sponsor, but
apparently you do, right?
So this just came opportune time. So, and because I'm not drinking, you try to get me to drink a million times today. I said, I'm not drinking.
I know.
I'm on a workout, a challenge called a 60-day challenge with Masi Arias. She is like amazing online, and I can't drink. So water it is in my black cup. All things black.
I'm drinking.
I'll be
Whiskey and
drinking.
Coke.
You be drinking. So, but thank you so much
Exactly.
again.
Oh, not a problem. Listen, I, Michelle, as long as we know each other, I've always loved what you do. I've always respected what you do. I know a lot of events you can't invite me to, but I'm always there to support. I think my jealous moment, and I did not hide it from you, and I told you automatically
What?
that you worked with Oprah. And I think she would.
That was by way of Oprah was there, and I pushed her to where she needed to be.
But there's a photo.
Yes.
There's a photo of you in the presence of Oprah.
Yes,
And when
and I did
it was
that.
posted, I was like, I'm jealous because you
but
never
it wasn't
performed it.
this really wasn't
Yeah.
my event.
I got you.
I do a lot of red carpets. I was manning the red carpet, and I just pushed her to get her photo.
I got
Get
you.
over there.
No, but it was good. It was
Yeah.
you actually you're in a lot of places that I definitely support, and I'm very proud of your
Thank
evolution.
you. I appreciate that.
We're about to wrap up. I just want to say thanks to the new production team, SR Unit Productions, Jack and Chester, Michelle, Pascal. Thanks for coming through. Don't forget to tune in PR Girl on Instagram.
We're on all the streaming, platforms that you. But I'm on Instagram. I am on Apple, Google. What's the other one? Spotify.
Gotcha.
You can find me. So PR Girl Rant. That's me.
Definitely check her out. Don't forget, tune in to our YouTube channel if you are new to the show. Binge. Please, binge on seasons 1, 2. There's a couple of new seasons, new episodes that we've laid in there. Also, do not skip any of the fashion shows I produce with my man Naquan Ross that's in the audience. And I'm Damian Christopher of the MCS Man Cave Show. See you guys next time. Peace. Oh, I like that.